The Dalton Connect and Mark Willaims trade was stopped last night due to the Lakers failing his physical exam. Some people have speculated that the reason why Mark Willaims failed the physical exam was due to having some back issues. That's what some people have speculated, but Shams Charania has had to say this about the situation. So I'm just going to read what he said. Sources tell me that the Lakers have failed Mark Willaims on his physical exam. I am told they found multiple issues in that exam, and it's about the extent of the injury of what they got and what they found in that exam. Clearly, they found some issues, and people have talked about his back being an issue. I'm told that is not the reason of the failed physical. So they found a couple of other issues in the physical exam that they did not expect. I have a feeling that it probably wasn't the back because from what I've heard about Mark Williams before in the past was that he's had issues with foot injuries. So maybe they found something with his feet that they didn't like, and that's why they decided to fail him. It could very well have been that reason. And what's even more interesting is that I was watching a video of Bobby Marks from ESPN, and he mentioned this about how some trades can be stopped due to physicals in the sense that the Hornets may have felt he was good enough to pass their physical, and 28 other teams may have been able to pass Mark Willaims, through their own physicals. But every team's physical is different. The Lakers could have had a different method in which they decided to just fail him versus him being able to pass physicals from other teams. So that's a possibility. That could have played a role. It could have been a situation where the Lakers might have gotten cold feet about acquiring him and felt it was too risky and found a way to fail him through the physical. That could have been very well a situation. So it might not have been necessarily that the Hornets were scamming them. The Hornets could have been forthright about his injuries that he's suffering from and his physical condition. They could have told the truth. But when the Lakers looked at it straight up close in person, they were just not down with it. That could have been very well the situation that could have caused this trade to be rescinded. It's a high chance that could have happened, but it's also a high chance that the Hornets could have known about some of these other injuries that the Lakers didn't know of and could have known that he was in terrible shape to pass a physical and whatnot, and were just hoping that somehow they could scam the Lakers into taking him. That's definitely a possibility. It could have happened. But can I knock the Hornets for trying that if that's the case? No, because it's a dirty game when it comes to trades and just a free agency in the NBA. So you got to do whatever it takes to get ahead. Nobody's 100% transparent, I feel, in this business about these players. And it's always about one-upping the other team you're doing business with. So I definitely can't hold that against them because, if we're being honest, the Lakers have a history of ripping off teams with trades. And in this situation, it seemed from the outside that the Lakers would be ripping off the Hornets, but instead it really was the Hornets who were about to pull a near rip-off of the Lakers, which would have been entertaining. So I think Laker fans, if everything is really true about Mark Willaims being a horrible asset when it comes to being in physical shape, then they dodged a bullet, at least long term. Short term, this is definitely going to hurt them because they don't have a legit center, and especially they don't have a rim protector now. Granted, they have been winning some games without LeBron and just with the loss of Anthony Davis, who hadn't played in several games even prior to being traded, that they were still finding ways to win these games. So maybe they'll continue to win games with what they have right now. But I think this team will be exposed in the playoffs due to not having a rim protector. They desperately need that. But I'm sure they'll find some way to scam a team out of giving their rim protector to them. The Lakers historically are good at ripping off teams through trades, so nothing will surprise me about them come summertime, what they'll try to pull. It'll be interesting to see, but yeah, the Lakers short term got screwed over. I can't say I feel bad for them, at least for the short term. It definitely will show up if they get to the playoffs, just how desperately they need a center. But I have to rub it in because, for being honest, the Lakers tend to get bailed out too many times. So when things don't work out, you have to enjoy it. It's one of the few times things did not work out with the Lakers the way they had hoped and the way they had planned for. So that's all I have to say about this.